the infusion I have today. And I stopped somewhere. You can probably guess where it was. I honestly have a problem. This is bad. Yay, it's beautiful. I've been here 4 hours and I have some news to tell you guys. Hey guys, so I'm going to be stuck in it's not going to be stuck. I'm in very, very, very bad traffic. I hate the I don't know if it's an interstate. Yeah, I think it's an interstate road. I can't freaking stand it. Oh my god. This is painful. Anyway, sorry. I definitely need to talk to you guys when I get home. I had a talk with my GI, and the nurse that has been doing my infusions. We talked about a central line and setting up home infusions with the line. So basically what I have to do is talk to my doctor in the city, get his office to authorize the infusions for home care, and then I would need to get a line placed. But I'll go into more detail when I see you guys in a bit. It's not the option I want, but I mean, to be honest, it's better than nothing. So I'll just go with it. So it's okay though. Everything will be okay. But I will see you guys in 50 years when I get out of the traffic. So I'll see you guys in a bit. Hey guys, so I kind of wanted to wait until I was back here, and not rushed, and so I could actually sit down and talk to you guys about what happened. Also, I don't understand. Adrian and his brother were saying that my face is purple in some spots, so I was gonna take Benadryl, and they don't have it here. They only have allergy relief, itchy eyes, stuff like that, sore throat, but not Benadryl. But hopefully it will pass. It's not a big deal. So I went in and kind of was talking to the infusion nurse a little bit about how I had called the insurance and they had approved it. And she was like, okay, well, you just need to be basically a pain in the ass and keep calling the office and talk to him, because if this isn't moving through and you can't, because I found an infusion clinic, but the infusion clinic is at an oncology and hematology center, so I doubt that they would take me in to do infusions. Plus, I would drive a decent amount and really want to start doing them 2 to 3 times a week. And as it's getting warmer, I'm starting to have more symptoms. I'm having worse tachycardia, higher heart rate, and I'm having palpitations where I feel my heart beating very loudly in my chest. I'm more dizzy, having more blackouts. I was blacking out when I was laying down last night, so it's just a little bit concerning that it's getting to be warmer, and because POTS causes heat intolerance, I really kind of want to get everything set up so that the next 3 months aren't torturous, because I love the summer. So when I was speaking to her about it, she was like, I said oh, I guess I'll contact the doctor and I'll speak to him about inserting, or I'll speak to him about the central line and having the authorization go through. And she was like, yeah, you really need to be pushy. This is important. If you're symptomatic, you need to really kind of be a pain to the doctor and really try to get everything sorted. And then my GI came in to grab another patient, and he was like, so the insurance, it didn't go through the insurance. And I was like, yeah, and but I said it did. I asked them about it, and it technically would be going through as long as I don't have to have the IV access, you know, like have somebody come in, put an IV in, and take it out, because IVs only last 3 days. Safely, they only last 3 days. So he was, but I said, yeah, it's going to get approved, and the nurse was like, yeah, well, she's going to need a PIC or something so that it does get approved, and so that she doesn't have to continue to come here, and I can get more fluids at a higher quantity and more frequently during the week, because I really need to be getting probably 2 liters 3 times a week. I'm getting 1 liter once a week, so it's helping, but like not enough. And I think I'd start to feel better, more like a lot better, if I had more saline infusions, if I had more than 1 liter. And in situations like the other day when I was really sick and I was throwing up and couldn't hold fluids down, that situation would have been very good to have fluids at home. So even if I wasn't scheduled to have it that day, I could just be like, oh my God, I can't keep water down, let me hook up my infusion. Anyway, so basically, long story short, he was talking to me about a central line, and he said, okay, well, we'll set up for you to have a PIC inserted. And I was just like, I want a port. And he was like, yeah, we just don't want to do the surgery for the port, even though it will last longer. And he said, get the doctor in the city to have the authorization go through. When the authorization goes through and we kind of can start the process, I'll facilitate you to get in to the hospital that I usually go to. I'll get you in to go to that hospital to do outpatient interventional radiology and have a PIC inserted. So for anybody that doesn't know very much information about central lines basically are more of a like permanent area, or a permanent IV access. There's several different types of central lines, and most of them, no matter where they're inserted, will have the catheter is long, and the catheter will go to your heart. So regular IVs, the catheter is only about this big, and for these other ones, you know, they're like 8 inches long, or a foot long, however long it's going to take to get to your heart from wherever it's being inserted. So a port is underneath the skin in the chest, and you can access and put a needle in and de-access and take it out whenever you want. So that would be very nice, because if I took it out and I didn't want to be accessed because I wanted to go in the pool or something, I can de-access, there's no infection risk, I go in the water. That's what I wanted. It can last 10 years. It could last less, but it lasts usually like 10 years. There's a midline, although it's not really considered a central line, and I think it only lasts a month, where it goes here, but the line only goes up to your shoulder. It doesn't, so it has a longer catheter, but not one that's going to your heart, like more, like the other central lines. So, there's also a Hickman that goes into your chest, but it's constantly accessed, it's stitched in, and that goes to your heart as well. It has a catheter to go to your heart. So a PIC it stands for peripherally inserted central catheter. And so basically what it is it goes into your bicep. So for me, it would go right here, or that's where the IV would come out. And it has a catheter running this way and down into my heart over here. So now with a PIC, it does have to be constantly accessed. I can't de-access it. They said it lasts 6 months to a year, so it's a little bit more short-term than a port or even a Hickman. So the issue with this is because it can't be de-accessed, if I shower or if I go in the pool or in the water somewhere, then we would have to take saran wrap and plastic and tape the hell out of it and get it down so that I'm able to shower, you know, normally. If I go into the water, I'll probably just stay on like floats. I won't really swim. And if I do that and cover my IV, then I should be okay. So the good thing about this is that basically once I'm going to call my doctor's office and the insurance tomorrow. once the authorization goes through, I can go to the hospital and I can have the PICC inserted. And then after the PICC is inserted, then I can schedule to have the home nurse come to show me, because the way it gets set up with this is that with the PICC, you or even actually other lines I've heard of, people only having to see a home nurse twice. So the nurse will come in to show you how to do everything once, and then the second time she comes in or he comes in. Okay, sorry about that, guys. Where did I leave off? So the nurse would then come a second time just to watch me to make sure that I know what I'm doing, and then I'd be cleared to just do it myself and have the shipments directly to my house, and I don't have to have any help anymore. And then it's good, because if I go to the hospital and I get admitted, or if I'm in the emergency room, then my PICC is going to already be there, and I won't need to get peripheral IVs. So, not the option I wanted, but I'm happy I have my doctor on board, because he was originally against it, so I'm happy he's on board with it now. So I am actually going to stay an extra night, because we are going to see Wonder Woman tonight at 10. So yeah, I'll let you guys know how everything goes. He's only here because of the food. Right, Max? Max? Hi! See? Going straight for the food with his nose. Hey, Max. Trying again, took some files out and put on this flash drive. I'll put it back on after this hopefully saves, so I can upload his video 2 days later. Hey guys, so I just wanted to check in again. I'm kind of just hanging outside by myself. I'm just very concerned with this whole PICC situation. Due to the fact that it does have an increased infection risk as compared to ports. PICCs are shorter term compared to ports, but PICCs are, I don't know, it's just like the infection risk is just so much higher, and you know, showering would be different and difficult, and going in the pool, like I wouldn't be able to be submerged underwater. I don't know, it's just like a lot of thoughts. It's summer and I need these infusions, especially because of the summer, but because of the heat intolerance, but it's just, I don't know, like I'm going to be, if this goes through and I'm able to get it, I'm going to be so grateful. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm going to be happy that I'm getting something and I can finally do these infusions on my own and not have to rely on a clinic that doesn't even really have space for me. So I'm like grateful for it, but at the same time I'm just very kind of upset. I don't know. I'll be okay. I'm just hoping that I can speak to my doctor tomorrow and we can get, sorry I'm shaking guys, we can get all of that worked out. And the shaking is another reason why I need more infusions than just a liter a week. So yeah, I'm just like overwhelmed. I've been overwhelmed for the past couple weeks, but this is really kind of like a turn I didn't expect. Which it's not a bad turn. I mean, it's still a central line, but I mean, it's not what we had talked about. So anyway, I will see you guys later.
Hey.
That's mine. Thank you, Adrian. Here's yours.
Thank you.
What'd you get? You got peanut M&Ms and mini M&Ms.
Yeah, this is my crazy amount of M&Ms.
M&Ms. is so cool.
Here you go.
Ah! Hey guys, so it is almost 2 o'clock in the morning. We got back from the movie a little bit ago, like maybe 25 minutes ago. It was really, really good. I definitely would recommend it. Yeah, it was really, really good. And it was cool because Adrian told me that it was the first superhero movie where it was directed by a woman, which was really, really, really cool. So we got back, and there was a little bit of a medical situation with Adrian's dad. So they had to leave to go take care of it. So his mom and Stephen and Adrian left to go take care of it, and me and Delia, which is Stephen's girlfriend, were left to fend for ourselves, which is fine. My cat's plasma, so good time. But yeah, we don't mind being alone at all. We don't care. But while we were sitting and talking for like 5 minutes, I realized this big spider, like a pretty large body, but like the leg span was like, it was ugh. And I said to her, I was like, oh, are you okay with killing bugs? And she was like, no. And I was like, oh my god, me neither. So I ran upstairs and got hairspray because I did that once in the past and the spider died. And so yeah, she ended up somehow kicking down the spider on the floor, which I don't know how she did that. When I came back down with the hairspray, I started spraying it just to make sure it was dead because it was in a little ball, and then it started like scurrying away, so I was spraying it more and more and more and more. And then after I'd sprayed a whole bunch, I stopped it, and then after like 10 seconds it started being able to move itself again. So then it started walking away again, so I sprayed it and was holding it down longer, and it didn't work. And so we went under the sink, and she started passing me out these different cleaning products. So I took one finally and started spraying it, and I sprayed, it was like a bleach foam thing, and so I sprayed a little bit thinking that it was going to be enough, and it wasn't enough, so I sprayed more, and then we waited for the foam to settle down to make sure it was dead. It's dead. But I'm not moving it. I'm not throwing it out. I'm not cleaning that area until it's gone. So that's not going to be touched until they come back and he does it, because I'm not doing it. So yeah, it was I'm not good with bugs. My sister's not good with bugs. I don't think my dad's even very good with bugs. My mom's like the one that kills all the bugs in the family. So we're horrible with bugs, me and my sister. It's awful. But anyway, I'm actually going to close the vlog out for tonight, and I'm going to be calling up my POTS doctor in the morning to talk to him about the authorization and I guess the fact that my GI wants a PIC instead of a port, and to talk about the whole central line thing, because we didn't talk about it really when I saw him originally, so we're going to have to talk about it a little bit tomorrow. So I'm going to make sure I call early in the morning so that I speak to him by the end of the day on the phone, like I want to speak directly to him. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow. Have a great rest of your day or night or whatever, and thank you for watching.